Okay, I am your Reluctant Handyman. Today's project is fixing a broken light switch. There's two things wrong. First of all, the kids broke off the switch plate. First it cracked, then it came apart. So you can see that's a problem right there. No switch plate, very dangerous. The second problem is the switch itself is broken. Doesn't turn the light on anymore. Not good. So we need to replace the switch and replace the cover plate. Is flip the breaker and turn off the power. Always a good idea whenever you're working with electricity. Turn off the breaker. I think it's breaker number 18 from reviewing the switch panel diagram. So I'm going to flip 18 and hope that solved the problem. Tools I'm going to need today: a flathead screwdriver. Pretty sure the switch is deactivated. Hopefully I won't electrocute myself. First thing I'm going to do is take out the screws. Since the switch blade is broke off, the screws are pretty loose. You can probably turn them by hand at this point. Set aside the screws, put them in your pocket so they don't get lost so you have them later. Now, as you can see, this has been painted over several times, which may be some of the cause of the problem. Screwdriver, I've cleaned the paint off of the screws, if you can see that or not. But now they actually look like screws, so they should be able to come off now pretty easy. Those are the screws that hold the switch to the switch cover. You can see these screws are really long. Go into the switch. Should come off, but you can see it's still painted to the wall. I'm going to have to break it loose. Alright, that did it. I should have enough slack to get to the wires. There's just two wires here. A white and a black. So now we need a replacement switch. First we have to take off the switch. Okay, we got that side loose. Now we'll loosen the other side. Fairly loose, so it should come right off. Okay, now you can see I got the switch off. What I always found a good idea is to take the part you need to the hardware store with you, so you get the right thing. Tape off these connections with electrical tape temporarily so nobody gets shocked. So I'm off to get a replacement switch now. Okay, here's my repair parts. Only cost $1.50 from the local hardware store. I got a cover plate for 49 cents and a replacement wall switch for 99 cents. I'll install those. Back now from the store. First I'm going to remove my temporary tape, put it on here to keep anybody from getting shocked while I was gone. replacement switch, and you can see this because use a cross tip or a flathead screwdriver. There's a ground here. Notice I don't have a ground. And there's the two wires that's short to make the switch. See, I've attached the two wires. Always want to make sure your wire goes the same way the screw turns, so when you turn the screw it tightens the wire and doesn't take the wire off. Just going to tighten those down with the screwdriver. Okay, that's in there. It's still off. Might as well test it before I put it all back together. So, we'll go to the breaker box and flip the breaker back on. Breaker box. Flipping breaker 18. Turning it back on. Let's flip it and see if it works. And it does. We have light. Okay, now we just need to put it back together. Switch black in place. Now I will tighten it down. Switch is in place, screws are secured. Now we're going to put the switch plate cover on. I went ahead and got a smaller flathead screwdriver to make it a little easier to put these screws in. Now I'm just tightening the switch plate, making sure not to tighten it too much so the switch plate doesn't crack. Probably part of the reason why it broke before. It's tightened down too much. Hear that? It's starting to have a little tension, so I'm going to back it off. And I like all the screws to line up. There we go. And flip the switch. And we have light. All fixed.